Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm just making sure my setup is kosher before I get started. So 1 second, y'all. Nothing's wrong with your monitor. It's blue. I got the whole setup blue for a reason. It's gonna get ice cold in here. So 1 second, let me check on the options right quick. Now I'll take y'all time. It's ice cold in Chicago. Nose shining. But I hope y'all doing okay. Just wanted to stop through. Hello, how y'all doing? It's been a long time, YouTube. Okay, it's been a long time since I've been on here, but just wanted to come through and talk my smack. I'm Peanut Chicago. Welcome to my YouTube channel. But I just wanted to stop through and talk my smack about a little something, y'all. So excuse me. Well, let me get it started right, because I'm a little rusty. It's been a minute since I've been on here. So I do a little something called housekeeping. That's to let you, the viewer, know what me, the content creator, will be talking about. And tonight I will be talking about politics. So, or should I say on this video. So if politics ain't your thing, chicken wing, then you know what to do. And I hope you find something good to watch on this lovely platform called YouTube that for some reason loves to play with my numbers and shadow ban me, which is a result of me not putting out so much content on here because I don't have time for it. However, this is a hobby for me. So nobody has to like, subscribe, comment, and share. But if you do, thank you anyway. Much gratitude, right? So now that the housekeeping is out the way, it's about to get a little shady, yeah. So I had to put my head to the front. Because I want to talk about what's been in the media as of late, you know? Because am I the only one that's catching in the media that ice, baby, you know, because that's the word on the streets, y'all, is ice, you know, and I'm not just talking about the cold weather out in these streets out here, these mean streets out here. It's cold Chicago right now, y'all. But there's more than the cold ice out there, okay? And ice is the new cold that's in the streets. If you keep if you keep your ears to the ground, you're going to hear ice. Might even hear a little song, ice, ice, baby. However, the media, to Peanut Chicago, okay? To me, it seems to me like the media is trying to somehow stir up African Americans to do this fight with ICE. So am I the only one that's been picking up on that? Because I've been picking up on it in the media, y'all. The media is saying you African Americans are not making enough noise about ice, ice, baby. Boom, 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 boom. You know, like we're not making enough noise about it. And I even heard some videos say that, you know what? You African Americans, if they coming after us, they're coming after you too. Okay, so I'd heard this in these mean YouTube streets quite often, talking about ICE. and how us African Americans, foundational A.D.O.S. African Americans, are not making enough noise and standing up for what's right for the people, for the foreigners anyway, right? So I just want to be clear where I stand with it. I want y'all to know where I stand with ICE. And I know y'all like, we kind of get it because you're all blue. Oh, pun intended. Yes, I'm blue for a reason. Let me tell you why I'm blue. Because, like the weather outside, this live is light right now, but it's gonna get heavy. It's gonna be a bitter, cold live at the end of it all. And it is. I'll be lying to y'all if I told y'all that. This Jipper peanut is gonna stay Jipper throughout the entirety of this live. Because I'm not. Because unfortunately, not all truths are pleasant. And especially when it deals with my people directly. What you mean, Peanut? Like I said, foundational African Americans, get your life, right? So I have to make this video as a way to put out there in this time, in this space, even if this video ain't gonna be viewed by nobody. I gotta put it out there as a documentation of my time when I'm alive and my view on certain politics and things, and just to be straight up about it. So I am so happy that my community, the African American community, is not getting involved with ICE. I'm so happy about that. Now, you might see one or two of us in the crowd, but that's the one that's misled. We can handle the casualties. That's fine. But for the most part, like most African Americans are not getting involved with ICE. And let me tell you why. Because it's really none of our business. And it's not. Some of y'all might say, yes, it is. Oh, because they decided to put y'all in our communities and then y'all out. And then because once upon a time, there was a plan to use y'all against us. Yes. And how y'all was so complicit with the plan. And I know some of y'all that's foreign, right? Foreign is going to be like, how dare he say these things? It's going to be because it's true. Because y'all silence about our reparations is astounding. When I say foundational African Americans, A.D.O.S, AfricanAmericans.com, when it comes to our reparations, the silence is deafening coming from all of you foreigners. I said all foreigners. So that can be the Indian man to the Native American, him and herself, all the way down to the Latin, all the way down to the Asian, all the way down to the African and to the Caribbeans. All of you is finna catch this smoke in this live today. Because y'all silence about our reparations is astounding. And it's funny how people like Candace Owens is so open about it. Like she'll say something like she do not support reparations because why should she, a Caribbean, be paying African Americans for a tax in which nobody from her island had anything to do with? I'm finna help to educate her just in case she get a hold of this video. Because you see, prior, like a white pre-civil rights America, because once upon a time there existed a civil rights free America, meaning there were no civil rights here. None, not one. So one, should ask, where did these civil rights come from? Because you see, if you're out there thinking that it came from them folks, you're sadly mistaken. Because leave it to them folks, there wouldn't have been a civilrightanything.com. What are y'all talking about? Stop playing with me. Get your life. Those civil rights came from somewhere. And some of you might still be scratching your head and saying, you're right. Where? I'll tell you where. Those civil rights came from foundational African Americans. That's where. From their blood, sweat, and tears, and even death. Those civil rights we created. Us foundational African Americans. And if you are like me, you are a fact checker. So I would love for y'all to fact check me on the immigration data pre-civil rights. You'll see that no one was getting in here. Unless what? If you were Asian, unless you knew how to cook their stir fry and build their train tracks, you got treated like crap. And you were often moved into black hoods because you couldn't move in theirs. Okay? So let's take the Indian man. Plus I stutter. The Indian man. You were never trusted. Never. You were never trusted by them. Indian man. We can go to the African. You could not get over here. They already had the African Americans over here. They didn't need no Africans over here. And they wasn't getting over here either. What about Haiti and Jamaica or the Caribbeans? They pushed Lumumba's tub right back to Haiti, or back in that ultra prejudice period. They probably just opened fire at the tub in the ocean. Like they never made it to shore because they were gunned the fuck down in the water. Excuse my French, y'all. So excuse me if you might hear some profanity. I might drop a few of them because it's gonna get pretty passionate for me. So, in saying that, pre-civil rights, no foreigners were getting over here in this very white America that pushed the natives on some crappy land and had its black slaves. But it's because of those black slaves that civil rights were birthed. And it was because of civil rights why you started seeing the influx of, you guessed it, migrants coming into America. Because if it wasn't for those civil rights, they wouldn't be able to get their asses over here. Okay, so we're not going to play no games because that's exactly how every other foreign person outside of white people was getting over here. Because if you wasn't white, these were the extremities you had to face, or say prejudice you had to face getting into America pre-civil rights era. And it was only because of those civil rights why here come your Asian, here come your Indian man, here come your African and your Caribbean. This is why they was able to get over here. Thanks to those African Americans. Now, so we can't lose sight of that. That's very important to keep up with this, okay? Because if it wasn't for them African Americans, these people wouldn't be able to get over here in old white America. You dig? So, why is it that since they can't get a piece of that pie, the reparations, they choose not to speak up for us? Why? Because they messing with my feed too. It's the first time. They never messed with my feed on this network before, ever. So just in case the video jumping and doing something crazy out, they messing with my feed. YouTube, I'm onto YouTube, okay? Made a video about y'all shadow banning me. That's right, I have a video showing the evidence of YouTube playing with my numbers and everything. So I don't play no games, but I digress. So sorry if the feed acted a little crazy because I saw something pop up on the screen just now. But African Americans made civil rights. You would think that all the foreigners would say collectively, you know what? If it wasn't for those African Americans, we wouldn't even be our asses over here in America living some semblance of the American dream. So maybe we should give voice behind their calls when it comes to their reparations and bills and laws made for them. But are they ever there, y'all? They always asking us to show up for them, and generally we do. This is how kind we are. Keep in mind, we made civil rights and everybody benefited from it. But is anyone that has benefited from that civil rights trying to speak up for our cause, our reparations, our maybe crime bill even? No. Their silence is so loud that it's deafening. And it's only because they're not entitled to the piece of the pie. But if they were smart, they would say, if these people was that kind to create a civil rights that benefited me, then it makes sense to help them because they just going to be fair even when they're going to get what's theirs. They're going to just be fair. They might even help us out because we are. Again, civil rights just ain't help out African Americans. It helped out everybody. It helped out the Asian. It helped out the Indian man. It helped out the Latino. It even helped out the Native American. So why so silent about helping us out, giving voice to our cause? There's none. Oh, but now that ICE is coming after them in very similar ways that they always came at us. And I heard someone made a video saying, y'all need to help out us because they're gonna be coming after y'all next, you African Americans. Let me put a feather in that person's cap just in case they get a hold of this video, because I am a YouTube nobody. Might be a chance nobody ever sees this video, but I digress. That person, I want them to know that the United States of America never stopped coming after the African American. Never. Why do you think we fill up their prisons and we only make up 16% of their population? Even the math ain't mathing when you really think about it. So miss us with the bull crap talking about they coming after y'all next. They never let their knees off our necks. The hell is you talking about? And again, y'all voices for our calls is like nowhere. Even a mouse got the volume compared to the voices coming from everybody that benefited from our civil rights. Even the white woman. Yes, you girl. So now that the beast system is showing its ugly fangs, privilege unchecked is always a dangerous thing. America is nothing but a stewing pot of privilege unchecked, especially with them folks. If that was a black woman driving that truck, she'd have been shot on sight. Let's keep it real. How many times have we heard stories about they thought that we had a gun and it was not a gun, but they killed our ass and nobody did anything about it? spoke up anything. I'm not saying that these things should happen to people. I'm saying when it happened to African Americans, nobody cares. What happened if we'd have stormed the Capitol like those white folk did, right? We know, or say even Latino. Or let's even say, what if it was a bunch of Chinese that stormed the Capitol like that? We know that the concrete would have been dyed in red of their blood. Stop playing. And especially if it was some African Americans. It was a miracle that at least one person died that day with them. I think one or two, right? Privilege unchecked. The Asian got a crime bill and didn't bother to speak up for us at all. They were pretty comfortable getting that crime bill. What did we get? Oh, we got a black girl singing at the inauguration. That's as best we got. But the Asian got a crime bill. And then Biden, he had the nerve to go on TV and say that if it was not for the African American vote, he'd have not been in office. If it was not for the African American vote. This is why he won. So why did the Asian get a crime bill and we didn't? I don't know, but we just got some black girl singing at the inauguration. You would think that the Asian would have had our back, right? Because after all, the only reason why their ass is here is only because of our civil rights. I just want people to keep up. Never lose sight of the civil rights. If you was an African American, hold the civil rights in your hands like they are the power gems. Okay, because they are. They are the infinity stones when it comes to the people. When it comes to the African American, we hold the infinity stones. You benefit from us wielding them. And when it comes for us at our need, you're not there. You're silent. And people think it's so cute to just not say anything, don't do anything. No, even doing nothing is doing something. Even nothing is an action. So their silence for our cause, and they're over here living the American dream based off our civil rights, is a slap in the face to African Americans because you ain't even say anything. You could have spoke up and said, wait a minute. If we gonna get a crime bill, shouldn't they? After all, we wouldn't even be over here in your white America if it wasn't for these black folks and their civil rights. Shame on you, Asian. No, I don't feel bad about ICE clipping y'all up too. Because trust me, it's only because of that crime bill why y'all got a little bit of protection. Because we all know that Trump ain't so fun on y'all. So I won't be shocked if they start snatching them out of those nail shops. Y'all gonna be like, he said it. Those y'all that might see the video might say, yep, he said that. I wouldn't be shocked if they start snatching them out of those nail shops. Because he ain't so fun on Asians. And he's not. The Indian like to set up their shops in our hoods too. And they send it back overseas. They don't invest. Do I feel bad about them getting clipped up too by ICE? Absolutely not. Because the reason why they're here is, again, keep up civil rights. Guess who made them? African Americans. Why aren't you speaking up for our plaque, boo? Why aren't you? You're real quiet, like the Asian. Should I care ICE come snatch your ass up? Absolutely not. They over there. Your silence is still doing something. It's doing nothing for us. We've been telling y'all about these people. Y'all went along with the plan and looked at us as ghetto niggas worth a damn. You Indian man. Yes, you. What about you Latinos, huh? Oh, you Latinos. Your silence about our reparations is deafening as well. It's super loud. Y'all have a lot of numbers. Why are y'all so silent about our reparations when you know why your ass is over here because of our civil rights? But none of y'all can speak for us. But the only reason why you're in white America is because of us. Yes? So we supposed to care now that what? The same stuff that's been happening to us is now happening to you. We don't care. You all silence is too complicit. Even you Africans and some of you Caribbeaners. It's too complicit with the silence. Not saying shit about our nothing. We were promised 40 acres and a mule. We never got it. When we became free, did any of y'all tell us to come to y'all lands and seek salvation from we see how these people get their knees in y'all necks? No, not even Mother Africa. There were no ships sent for us. When we fought, we had to stay here and fight. We didn't have nowhere to go. This is why you got, drum roll, civil rights, ta-da, jazz hand. And why they started coming in the numbers. And you're too fucking silent about our plight. You benefited from us fighting, and guess what? You didn't give a damn to look back and say, let me help them out. They are stumbling. They are crowded in their jail cells. Their hoods don't have no money. They got the worst schools. They have food deserts. They got the worst programming. No. A lot of you are like those Somalians. Y'all took that money and y'all shipped it back to y'all lands. Because let's be real, when those Somalians first started coming over here, if you can look farther enough back, that land looked like a shithole, and it did. It was only until they was over here, they've been over here for a long time, stealing all that money. You look at Somalia now, it looks pretty plush and comfortable, if you know what I mean. Maybe it'd be a good time to go back now. Yeah, I'm just saying, it looks pretty nice. Why don't you African Americans fight and say something? We ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Maybe if y'all fought that hard for us to have reparations, maybe we could fight for y'all. But we stayed at the trenches. See, what's happening now, y'all, is that those that were used against the African American, that's right, you foreigners was a tactic to keep us at the bottom. But the beauty of it all is that when you are used to being at the bottom, you can't get no lower. So you can't get no lower than us African Americans. And you can't. They made it their business to even use the foreigner to keep us down here. But we make it look good. We got used to it. Now, what's happening in the real world in America, y'all, is that now those at the further up top, the ones that got the money, because it's not necessarily about Democrat and Republican. That's just the people that don't know no better. It's all about the top versus the bottoms. This is the reality of America now. So now those at the real high up top are now starting to drain the pool. And those that were used to keep us at the bottom are now picking up the pressure that the pool is being drained. A lot of white people are finding out they're not the same as the rich white people. Because there's a difference. There's rich white and then there's white. They're not the same. And in this top versus bottom system, they're finding out. Because now they are getting killed just like black folks been getting killed in this country for millennia. They've been getting killed too, but they kept it from them from the media. They showed us as a way of desensitizing. But now the B system is showing its face. It's saying that now it's just all about that class, that money. You ain't got no special pools. You just a casualty. And my thing to black people that's trying to still get involved with ICE is this. If they could kill them white people like that, literally 2 white people got killed on camera like they just didn't give 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. They didn't give 1 iota, and the guy called it worse than the woman. He got shot multiple times. My thing to you, black man and woman, if they can do that to white people, what does that mean? What does say that they can do to your Negro ass? Remember that black man that stormed the actual Capitol? That I think it was January 6th, and he got the worstest penalty. Literally. I said, damn, they actually threw the book at him. I guess because he was the only black guy in the group. But he was penalized severely when they took him to court. They already severely penalized white people when they took to court for that riot at the Capitol. But when they got to that black man, baby, they threw the book at his black ass. Certain battles are not ours. We need to stay the fuck out of them. This is one of them. If you see ICE, give them a drink. They might be cold. Might need to warm them up. Give them some hooch. Give them a blunt. Yeah, you want to hit this blunt too? Because, man, they over there. Because their silence and us being at the bottom is now what's getting all of them popped the fuck off. Let's just keep it real. Because just maybe if they helped us, we created civil rights. What makes y'all think we wasn't going to help y'all? But nobody want to give us our just due. Everybody wants to benefit off of our blood, sweat, and tears, but never truly want to just talk up for us, give us our just due. Oh no, because they can't get a piece of the pie on that. That's why they so silent about it. Well, may ICE baby your ass for your silence, for your complicity, to be so ungrateful to even be over here based off of some civil rights that these people got for you. Not just for us, for you, for everybody. We've been telling y'all about these people and how these people can't be trusted. Again, they promised us 40 acres and a mule. Why do you think we're asking for reparations if we got that? Let's just use common sense. These people will make a deal with you 1 minute and the next minute stab you in the back like they founded this land, America, with the Indians. But foundational African Americans been trying to tell everybody, even white America, about their own, about them folks. But we supposed to get involved now with ICE. We supposed to go toe to toe with ICE. And they killing the white folks like it ain't shit. I don't think so. No. Help us for a change, and not with some tokenism crap, but some tangibles, like some reparations and some laws that protect us for a change, okay? You know, like how that Asian got that goddamn crime bill. Protect us. Help us. Maybe we can help you. I am so proud of my people from not getting involved with ICE at all. I am. I am proud of my African Americans. Let ICE do their thing. Stand out the way. And if I was you white people, I'd stay the head out the way too. And in the slap in the face how these white folks sometimes do some crazy stuff. They fighting so hard for illegal migrants, but when it came to the African American, where's the fight for us? When that stuff was happening to us. Breonna Taylor didn't even get a chance to get in handcuffs. She was killed in her sleep. No, I don't feel bad. Let ICE do what they got to do. It's the reason I'm in blue today. Literally. Pun intended. On that note, black folks, stay the hell out of ICE's way. This is not our fight. We always have to fight on our own. Literally. Even that African president with Trump, that South African president with Trump, made me mad. Because Trump had the audacity to confront the South African president about the white Boers in Africa, so-called going through a genocide over there. And this black African president not once mentioned us over here, the blacks over here going through oppression on American soil. Foundational African Americans. Didn't even bring up our plight. Didn't say, well, you know, Trump, while you're trying to worry about the whites on my land, are you helping out the blacks on your land with their reparations? He could have gave his powerful voice to our cause. Imagine how many black folks would have been supporting this South African president after hearing that. But they're not using these platforms to bring up our plight. And you know why? Because you could tell that South African president could have gave two fucks about what the fuck African Americans is going through. So yes, I was not just pissed off with Trump, because I'm like, how dare Trump? But I was pissed off with that South African president. Because I'm like, you have leverage to cut him back with, which is us, and you're not even using the African Americans' plight of what we're going through. Not even our reparations. You gave us no stage. When you sit in the White House with your black ass. I was pissed. This goes to show how much these foreigners think of the African Americans' plight when it comes to reparations and getting our just due. They don't. So no, I don't care about what's happening to y'all with ICE. Because y'all don't care what's really going on with African Americans. And on that note, I hope y'all have a nice day and night.